All right, Stan here at the Sports Convo, the more accurate picker out of the two members. So I want to hit you with my picks for this weekend's games. We're going to start with Arizona at Cincinnati. Arizona is the underdog by 3.5. They're going to cover. They have more firepower. The Bungles are horrible. They're a horrible franchise. They run horribly. They have no talent besides Joe Mixon, maybe Andy Dalton, and Tyler Eifert. So they're going to lose, and it might be a blowout there. Buffalo at Tennessee. The Bills are also the underdog. I feel like that's going to be a close game. Both defenses are pretty tight and play good defense. So I'm going with the Titans winning that game, and they're going to cover the 3 points. We're going to go over to Oakland by the Bay Area. The Bears are visiting the Raiders, and the Raiders are getting 5 points. I don't trust the Bears, and I think it's Chase Daniel starting today. I don't trust him. And the Raiders, of course, beat my Colts last week. So I'm going to go the Raiders in this game, and I'm going to go, and they're getting 5 points. So they're going to win. They're going to cover that spread. Buccaneers going to New Orleans. They might have a good time on Bourbon Street, but they're not going to win this game. I know they had a great showing against the Rams. I think that was a fluke game. The Saints, I know Bridgewater is not that great, but I think the Saints, they're favored by 3. They're going to win, and they're going to cover. The Giants are not going to win this game. They're 5.5 dogs. Danny Dimes is going to be Danny Nickel and Penny to the Minnesota defense. They might run one back to the house. So he's going to come back a little down to earth. Again, very early to judge where he's going in his career, but the Vikings are going to win that game. The Jets at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is favored by 13.5 points. Seems like a huge spread, but when you look at the quarterback situation for the Jets, you understand why. The Eagles will win. They will cover. Philadelphia will not be the city of brotherly love for the New York Jets this weekend. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Baltimore and Pittsburgh, since 2007, they've split their 24 games. They're 12-12 during the regular season, so this is a legitimate rivalry. The Steelers are 3.5 favorites. I think they win this game. I think they have more firepower. And again, I don't trust Lamar Jackson just yet. So I think the Steelers take this game at home, and I think they're the underdog. I'm sorry. They win as the dog at 3.5. The Patriots at Washington. I mean, do we even have to pick? I mean, this is just a joke. Washington can't beat college teams at this point. The Patriots are 15.5 point favorites. Seems like a lot. Also a college spread. They'll cover. They'll cover handily. The Panthers hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're kind of both in the same place, backup quarterbacks, but I think Carolina has more on both sides of the ball on offense and defense that allow them to win. They're 3.5 favorites. They're going to win. Atlanta and Houston. As a Colts fan, I'm rooting for Atlanta. They got to show up someplace. Matty Ice, just deliver. I think they're going to bring the cold air on the Texans, and I think they're going to win that game. They're underdogs by 5. They're going to win. The Broncos and the Chargers. The Chargers are 6.5 favorites in LA. They're going to win that game. There'll be a lot of Broncos fans there, but the Chargers will win that game. The Packers and the Cowboys. Aaron Rodgers is going to do what Aaron Rodgers does and slice up that Cowboys defense. They're going to win. The Colts. They might be tanking for some quarterback, but they're 11.5 dogs. That game is going to be, they're going to lose by 20, 21 points. So Mahomes is going to go crazy in that game. Good thing I have him on my fantasy team. Monday night game, San Francisco playing Cleveland. I'm going to go with the Browns. They're underdogs by 3.5. They're going to win that game. I think Baker Mayfield has a good showing. Should be good with him and Jimmy Garoppolo. Enjoy Game 5, guys. Week 5, guys.